All right. Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is System, and we're gonna do some more building today. I have been busy, very slowly, iterating through um some build design options out here in my deep dark build. I guess first let me pull this up really quick because just to touch base with the tech side of things at the very beginning of the run, because this is Greg Tech New Horizons. We are still in UIV. This is the Minions run, which is Random Potatoes community run. I made a list of stuff on this clipboard. I'm kind of cribbing the idea from Vendrake, actually, because I see Vin using a clipboard all the time to kind of collate his thoughts, and yeah, I finally started doing that as well. So this is what I got right now. Neck fuel liquids was fixed by Sophie and HJM. Sophie came on, did a little bit. HJM came on the other day and did a bunch more and basically fixed the whole system. We'll look at that here in a second. I did on this one, of course, the deep dark void miners, and then the Mark IV motors for all the space elevators. That was, I think that might have actually been done prior to the previous stream. Anyway, let's put that away. I'm still using this backpack, but I went ahead and made myself one of the adventure backpacks, and I'm probably going to start using this instead. I'm going to not on this stream, but later on, I'm gonna see if this can be upgraded at all before I start filling it up. And then yeah. Let's go to the overworld really, or not the overworld, but the PDEM. Because there is something very important that I need to show the world. Again, HJM came on the other day and he did some work. Like I said, he fixed neck fuel and he built some other things. So I feel like everybody's going to be excited to see what our boy HJM has cooked up. Yeah, here you go. such a beautiful abomination. Oh my god. That's so good. But now as far as I know, I think he said hypogen, space-time, and one other thing are being automatically stocked now. So that's fun. I'm not gonna go back over there, but that's fun. Again, more I haven't actually done no tech. I've literally not even been out here in the PDEM for a few days. Still haven't fixed this. I've just been doing building in the deep dark. So let's go back out here, because this is a building stream. Oh, I don't know if you saw that bell, but that bell is on top of the deep dark portal block. In honor of our friend Shiny Bucket, who has relatively recently started a new hardcore run, so that's fun. Yeah, I like Shiny. I like his streams, so he will be one of our raid targets at some point in time. All right, so I have built more. I did a little bit of detailing here. I like this detail. It kind of gives me the feeling of like almost like stone gears that could be turning in the walls. So I did that on both sides. I like it. It looks pretty nice. it gives it casts the right kind of shadows, and just kind of feels good. So um the idea for this build, and it's the scope isn't creeping, but it is going to end up being bigger than I originally anticipated, because floor one is the void miners. Floor two is where I'm going to end up. The is going to be the permanent location for the applied energistics linkage, and all of the all of the wireless connectors. They're going to be upstairs. And also, this guy right here might actually go under. Like, it might be buried below. In there won't be a basement, but maybe you can consider it like a false basement. Or what I could do is, I could even run. See, the energy hatches are in the corners right here. I could even run cable directly up through the floor up to the second floor, and have this up there as well. But I think that's actually not the way I want to go. These void miners could be on wireless power really soon. So I don't really want to run any more wires unless I absolutely have to. We are on the cusp of starting to just go wireless. So, let's go here. Yeah, so check it out. Total wireless EU 2.07 times 10 to the 18, which is fantastic. So, I think that actually went down a little bit. We might be getting maintained right around 2 to the 18th. 2 times 10 to the 18th, to be specific. We're not going to go and double check that, but we're going to need a lot more power. If I remember correctly, I noticed somebody. It was somebody at the the end game of like the EO8 or the Godforge upgrades, I believe. I think is it the Godforge? I forget which one needs to you need to like dump a bunch of power into it to upgrade it. But whichever machine that is, like the final upgrade takes like 3 times 10 to the 22 power used, or 23. For those playing along at home, that would be 10,000 or 100,000 times the amount of energy that we have now total. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some work on our power supply if we want to actually get to end game. Right now, I would still say that we're late game. Not that there's that big of a difference, but there is a big difference in the amount of like the exponential ramp needs to ramp that much further. So we are out here doing building, and I like this palette. Again, the palette is very basic, very stripped down. Just the detailed cobblestone, tinted glass, and black glowstone. So I started doing the ends of the building. I want this building to be navigable for people that are on foot, and also for people that are flying. And I'm going to take that design philosophy all the way through, including past the point where we update to 2.8. In 2.8 we'll get at Futurum. I think the at Futurum Requiem. It's EFR, whatever it is. EFR is going to let us do a lot of modern Minecraft type things. So I'll probably do a bubble column. Bubble column up to here, because the deep dark portal block is up there. And I want somebody that's on foot to be able to come down here, take a look around, and then go back home. just in case there's ever any visitors to this build. So, with that being said, I like the way that I've got things going. And this feature right here kind of solved some things for me, because I didn't know what I was going to put in these windows and also in these windows. So I had an original thought that that I was going to do like windows that are peering into different biomes. Um, but there were too many windows of that nature. And I didn't know how I was going to do two of those types of windows side by side, right here and right here. So, so this feature actually saves me a lot of time, effort, grief, so on and so forth. And that means I only have 4 windows to work on. So, 4 biomes. And what I've decided is the 4 biomes are going to be the Nether, the End, Twilight Forest, and the Moon. And inside each one of these windows, in the false cavity built by the surrounding structure, I'm going to put in one of the 4 biomes. And like the Nether biome is going to have like a little pool of lava and maybe like a zombie pigman or something. The Moon is going to have like moon turf and some meteors or something. You know, the End biome is probably going to have like a chorus fruit and perhaps a an Enderman. I'll have to make like a there's like a I forget the name of the thing. There's like an ender dislocator. It's the thing that stops Enderman from being able to teleport away, whatever that thing is called. So that I'll have to make one of those and put that in that particular biome room. So yeah, that will be later, much later in the build process. For now, I'm still working on the basic structure here. So I want to come over here and we'll start on this side. So the structure has 2 axes of symmetry, and I want to try to plot out what the corners, the 4 corners of this build are going to look like. And I do have a few parameters, but honestly, I'm just gonna kind of iterate and see what feels right, and hopefully like anybody that comes in will be able to give me a little bit of maybe like a bit of feedback on how they feel about things. The first thing that I'm going to try to get feedback on is the sides. So this was the first iteration I had of the sides of the building here. I really, really like this, but for some reason, this cut that has the tinted glass in it, it just doesn't feel right. And I don't know why it doesn't feel right, but I need to change this somehow. So I set up a little test over on the other side of some different things that I could do. Like this could mimic what it looks like inside with having that extra black glowstone like that. Or we could do something like this, which would actually kind of tuck that glass into a false pocket. The glass is too transparent. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more like a smoked glass. I do agree on that. And that goes for the entire thing all the way around. Like you could see how clear it is up here. Black glowstone slope under the glass. Now I did try that, but unfortunately when I cut it into a slope, it actually has a different a different palette on the texture. I didn't keep one of those, did I? Here, let me show you what that looks like actually. Where are you? Wow. Yeah, see what it does? Ooh, see what it does? That's actually gross. I don't know why I think this is gross because my first option was Proteus. Proteus. This was the glowstone that I was going to use at the beginning, but honestly, I just didn't feel like setting up Proteus mining to get enough Proteus glowstone to do this whole damn build. So I just went with black colored glowstone. Yeah, yeah, it really does look like cobble. It just looks like a maybe like how cobble looked back in the alphas, if that makes sense. Anyway, we'll hold on to those just so I have them for like a test. Yeah, exactly. Vintage cobble. That's exactly what it looks like. So, yeah, I really like the way that this feels. It almost feels like I know it's built out of bricks, but it gives me kind of like a space station vibe where it's like it almost feels like like a living compartment of some type. Anyway, um the way I want to do this is I want people to be able to run through here, and it's gonna go like this up here, and then there's gonna be a corner, and then it goes up here, and then you can either go over this way to the drop chute. There's gonna be ramps up to the third floor starting over here, or you could just go to the second floor, which is right here. I don't know if you were here to at the very beginning, but I'm going to put all of the applied energistics linkage up here on the second floor, so that it's not right here in the center looking gross anymore. So if you can visualize this, this hallway is 8 wide. I kind of want it to restrict down to 6 wide right here. And then, of course, it's going to flare out for the corners. And then this rise right here is only going to be 4 wide. It's like it's going to be very tight going up through this ramp right here. And then it's going to flare out. It'll flare out right here. It'll go back to like a 6 wide, and then as I go up the ramp right here, it's gonna flare out into the room of the second story. So there's a lot of edges and corners and nooks that I need to really think about the geometry of. But I do like what I did over here for this entrance so far. I really like it's such a tiny little feature, but I really like this corner. I really like how that turned out. But this took a lot of iterating to, you know, I would put down a few things, step back, look at it for 5 minutes, then maybe like tab out and do something else, come back, get like a visceral first reaction to seeing it again, and then just like iterate over and over and over until I got something that really like it feels good. Of course the cobble is going to go away. I just don't know what I'm doing there yet. But yeah, I love this tiny little feature here. I love it. This feature right here, I love it. I don't know how I'm going to replicate either one of these types of things around the rest of the build, but yeah, that's going to happen. And then like I said, I do need to figure out what I'm doing over here because this isn't it. Like this, like having this gap right here just feels weird. The tinted glass. Does a modern backport exist for that? Well, here, how about this? Let me show you one thing because we have lab glass, and I might actually swap to lab glass. But let me just show you what that looks like. Um, we do also have the witchery glass, but I don't know if it's I don't know if the witchery glass has a connected texture. Uh, oh, industrial glass. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking about doing the industrial glass at least gray and probably black. So we could pretty easily put up a test of this too. In fact, we probably do we have any of this built? Hold on a minute. We only have the white. All right, let me program some of this in really quick because I want to get a little bit of test. Yeah, the non-connected texture is a deal breaker. So regular glass is not going to cut it for what I'm doing here. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect. And that was assembler 0. Okay. All right, let's get some of this and see what that looks like. Ooh. Hey, look at and when you look at it long ways, it's kind of it gets even darker. That's actually okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's the first test. Let's get rid of this. Is that normal stained glass behavior? I didn't know that. Oh, damn it. Ooh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Next, before I even think about anything else, let me cut one of these into a slope and see what the slope does. Because as we saw with the no slopes. Ah, no slopes. Damn it. All right, Greg Tech, fix your game. All right, I'm gonna go to the feature request section of the GTNH Discord. I need industrial glass architecture blocks. Yeah, not unexpected. Yeah, that my real fear was I wouldn't be able to work with it and mold it to mold it to my specifications. All right, so this is fantastic. I will use this, but maybe not right here, not right now. There are a few other things that we can test, like you're alluding to. Let me put this away. Yeah. I hope that your new year is going well. I'm doing pretty well myself. Um, it's been not bad at all, right, so far. All right, so let's see the other one that I wanted to try. I think I want to stay. Ooh, okay, I can chisel this. I can chisel that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Extreme, what's up, my dude? Happy New Year. Yep. I'm trying to decide if I want to swap the glass out on this build. And this is the next one that I want to try. Oh, can we not make this? Can we not make this? Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so maybe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. I have 64 going. 64 going nonstop with a good supply of Oganesson now. They're all chugging along. And actually let me go over there really quick and show the other half of this, because Sophie made a fantastic IOF setup over here, but it wasn't running right, so I tweaked things in the advanced bus. And these are the settings that I'm using right now to make sure that they run constantly. So it does seem to work pretty well. And you can see over here that it won't process anything until it hits 10K, but nothing builds up. So I think that's the sweet spot that we've got right now. And I'll adjust those numbers over time as we get more mining up. Because the where are you? Yeah. This whole elevator here is gonna end up being miners, but I don't think we've got any of that hooked up yet. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's go back to let's go back over here. And yeah, again, in honor of Shiny. So, actually, while you're here, Mr. Extreme, let me show you this really quick. So, this is the side of the building. I like it. It's almost what I want. Again, the glass is a little bit too light, like, you know, kind of like what Hermit was saying. I agree entirely, but I don't like this little gap right here. It just doesn't feel right in the context of a building. So I set up a couple little tests over here to see what it looked like if I just put a slope in front of it and had like a almost like a little glass pocket there. And then this is also this is the glowstone mimicking what it looks like on the inside as it goes up and over the curves of the building, like so, as you can see. So I don't know if either one of these is the real answer, but yeah, yeah, we're gonna leave that for now. I really want to sketch out these corners, and the four corners of the building are basically going to be mirrors of each other, of course. And I just don't know what the geometry of this is going to be. So I want it to be tall enough that you can run through it, and there's never like there's going to be at least a block clearance. You'll never bump your head on anything. But these long ramps here, it is going to get a little tight. The hallway will narrow and then flare out right here as you come up to the intersection. So I don't know exactly how this is gonna go, but the rest of this build has kind of been like iterative design where I'll test something, see if I like it, and then if I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I don't. Like this, I really like this feature. Hell, there's gonna be an ad that's gonna start in just under a minute. On this channel, I like to let people get up, take a take a stretch, get a drink, get a snack, you know, bio break, whatever you got to do. Um, uh, so that Twitch doesn't run pre rolls, and that's really the reason why I forced 3 minutes an hour in a 3 minute block, so that we can avoid pre rolls for new joins. um, so yeah, I'll probably just start measuring things out during this little ad break. Let's see. So the widest part of the side is right here. And I figure the corner is going to flare out at least one more block. So let's say the corner is like this. And then this, let me think about this. So then it's going to be, this is the block, the outer block here. So I guess the corner is going to flare out one more on this side as well. Should be like that. And then of course it'll be kind of like a something like that. My only question is do I want it to flare out more? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. That doesn't feel right to me, but um if I do have the corner flare out this far, that does give me a lot of extra room for fun things and Easter eggs and little side pockets to decorate with, like, I don't know, seating areas or maybe even some greenery out here in the deep dark. Who knows? But does it only flare out one block? I feel like maybe it flares out 2 blocks, and like this would be the wall, and then the trim would be on this block, perhaps, and the trim would be here. I think that's probably okay. All right, let me do a little bit of a mock-up here, because um yeah, let's here, I'll break these so that it's a little bit more symmetrical. Just so I can get a feel for it. Did I do that wrong already? No, okay. Welcome back, everybody. I'm just trying to get a feel for what this corner geometry is going to look like, and I kind of feel like perhaps the this long way is okay already, but I might want it to flare out even more on the short side. I don't know what that's gonna look like though. But one thing that I will mention, the deep dark does like to attack you if you're standing in the dark for too long. The reason why I'm not is because I'm in full infinity armor. And I did finally, like I said, I made this backpack. The reason why I made this specific backpack, it's the bat backpack, which gives you a kind of a native night vision. So uh so I don't have to use I was using the quantum goggles of revealing on the last stream for my night vision. I won't have to do that ever again. The other thing that the other problem that I'm going to have working on this pattern is on the long side, you could see that the window is an odd number, and the space between the windows is an odd number. And then over here, the windows are an even number, and the space between the windows are an even number. And I don't know how I did that to myself. But I'm going to have to figure out something that works to kind of a like a casement like this for these windows over here that still works whether or not it's an even or an odd side. So I haven't quite decided that yet. I love the inside. I really like the way the inside looks. I love the way the drop chute looks. That's fantastic. This did take me a little while of iterating the drop chute, and the drop chute is actually going to go all the way down from the 3rd floor all the way down to here. Let's see. One thing I do need to mention, because I'm using these detailed cobblestones, let me just place one out here and point it out. So you could see this slope has a dark side down here and a light side up here. And I've had to do a little bit of finagling to make sure that in all instances, like all of the dark sides and all of the light sides are lined up, and also just itty bitty details that would really bother me if I just left them the way they were. All of the light sides of these slopes are against the glass that has this very light bordered texture, which does give the wall a little bit of a weird appearance with this dark line right here. But I'm working within the limitations of the palette that I have chosen. So same thing up here. Like, you can't see it until I point it out. You really probably wouldn't notice unless I pointed it out, but look at these bricks. Look at the way the bricks line up, so that I can have the entire bottom have that light ring. Like, there was no way to do it cleanly on all sides of the blocks. So I'm going to have to work within my means as far as this palette is concerned, and I might have to make some judgment calls depending on which way the block lies. So now that you perhaps have that in your mind, now you can look at some of these other corners with a little bit of a different view, like these, for example. Having this dark border down here gives it like the appearance of a shadow almost. where it kind of gives this really cool, a little bit of extra depth right there on the edge of um that block. So um those are the kind of details that I've been fretting and stressing over. Another detail, I don't know if anybody notices until I've pointed out, but when I do the roof tile sideways, the brick palette is also sideways, which is very strange. It looks very weird to me. But I've also angled these so that the dark side is all around the casing of this particular feature. So um I'll if I can change any of those things, I might, but I'm just kind of resigned to the fact that uh these detailed cobble cut pieces are not going to look the way that I want them to. I'm going to have to make my structure in relative to the way that these pieces actually look. So, I know that was very long-winded way of saying it is what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna use more rounded features in certain places. I'm probably going to use some rounded features like this in the outer corners of the building. And same thing. These round inner corners have a dark side and a light side, and I had to make sure that I was placing these bricks the right way so that it looked right on the wall. So I even lamented in the Minions Discord that this might be the only build of all time where I have personally said it would look way better if I used Lave and Celestis instead of Cobble and Tinted Glass. Hey, a Jellian, my dude. Hey, speaking of, I heard a little birdie told me that a Jellian is now a Gatian. So if that is true and accurate, congratulations. That's a fantastic feat. That's really truly amazing. Hell yes. That is amazing, dude. Congratulations. That is really cool. Um I'm over here wondering who put tech in my building pack because I've been out in the deep dark for a week and a half. But yeah, this is the beginning of what's going to end up being a 3-story deep dark build. I'm really just kind of working out the geometry of the corners on this particular stream. And yeah, actually, while I have an extra pair of eyes here, let me point this out. So this is what I'm going to be doing to case the windows on the long sides of this thing, and I really like this. I'm almost entirely pleased with the way this turned out, except for this little gap right here. It just doesn't feel right having this gap right here, and I don't know why. It just doesn't hit right. But let me come over here and I set this up, and maybe um I could do something like this, where it almost has like a glass pocket here to give it a little bit of depth. I could do something like this, which would mimic the way that the black tinted glowstone is on the inside of the building. I was gonna set up a third test here, but I kind of stuck with one of these two because I think it's gonna end up having to be one of these two if I do change it at all. So, I don't know. I just don't know. It's one of those things. Now over here, I want the corner of the structure to flare out from the side. And I do believe You don't mind? Okay, that's fair. Hey, all opinions are good opinions. Let me tell you, because it helps to have extra pairs of eyes sometimes. So yeah, I like the flare on this side. I do think that the flare needs to come out one more block on the short side. So that would probably look like this. And then from here, it'll curve back in ever so slightly to meet up with the casing of these short side windows. So um hmm, I think that's actually okay. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna think about that. The next thing that I need to plan out is these walkways. Again, one of the design philosophies of this build is that anybody can go through this build from top to bottom, whether or not they have flight. So there is going to be a continuous set of ramps all the way up to the third floor, which could lead up back up to the dimensional block up there. And then also there's going to be the drop shaft right here for anybody with flight can go up and down really easily. I really like this drop shaft, and again, I had lamented the detail of this palette earlier, but if you can see, it's got this cool little light colored ring all the way around this octagon shape, and I think that's kind of a neat feature. It's just it's a tiny little thing, but I kind of like the way that looks. Of course, unfortunately, the bricks don't line up very well, but yeah, I'm working with the palette that I'm given. uh, um, yeah, it is going to be like vaguely octagonal like this, all up here, and then there'll be a very short maybe like a one segment hallway right here that leads up to this, and then this will be very restricted. uh this hallway that leads up these long ramps is going to be very tight, because I want to leave enough space for these windows right here. I'm using ineffable glass right now. I might change the specific glass that I use, but I'm going to have almost like a window into four different biomes, and the four different biomes are right here. So, like I mentioned earlier, the Nether is going to have like a lava pool and a pigman or something like that, and so on and so forth. um, but yeah, there will be those hints of color and hints of the like the rest of the GTNH universe, multiverse, whatever it may be called. Yeah, there'll be neat little biome pockets over here, and if you keep that idea in mind, if I flare out this corner here this much, there will be enough space to have almost like a little almost an L-shaped section of each biome that I can hide in the negative space of the overall build. and I really I like that idea. It's kind of scratching a certain part of my brain where I'm like, ooh, I could do like a hidden passage and have like a little secret room over here and do this and do that, and yeah. I've got all sorts of ideas for stuff to stuff into the corners and the nooks and crannies of this thing. Um, but with that being said, the primary part of the structure also has to hit right, and so that's what I'm working on today. Um, I don't know what I'm doing for this upper section here because I did want to wrap the I wanted to wrap the lighting up and around this, but I didn't leave myself any space to do that. So what I might have to do is move this back one block. Like here, where am I? Yeah. Let's see. I wonder. Actually, hold on a minute. Let's see if I could do something fun here. Oh, I did finally make myself an adventure backpack. I made myself the Bat Pack, which has a native night vision. Let's see if I could do this. Oh nope. To west. Oh poop! I should have done undo. Never mind. It's fine. Let me just break these. So that way, that does give me more space to figure out what I'm gonna do with these. Um. Yeah, actually, no. That's actually really good because that feels a lot better. Maybe what I do is like, will you behave? I don't know if I like those slopes, actually. What I could try is, where are you? I've been making, yeah, this feature right here, all that is slope A's. So let's try a slope A over here. That doesn't hit right either. Um, yeah, I don't know. But I do like the idea of moving those out one block. So let me iterate that, or let me replicate that all the way around. The one of the hardest parts of this build, for me at least, has been the fact that this has two axes of symmetry. So for any potential change that I've made, I've had to you know any little thing has had to been replicated all the way around each and every time I do any tiny little change. So let's see what I'm gonna do. Go. Boop. Yeah. Yep. Let's go over here. Okay. All right. Did I not? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. This is going to be west. West? Okay. There we go. Yeah, that actually gives me a bunch of more a bunch more uh it gives me the option to do a bunch of cool things. I don't know what I'm actually trying to say. Uh so let's decide. I'm just gonna put this here for a moment. Um what level? Hmm. So if you want to think about this stylistically, this room right here is very big and wide and open, and it kind of pulls in on either end. So it's going to pull in here, and then you're going to turn the corner, and it's going to pull in harder, and then turn the corner again, and it's going to pull in even harder. So perhaps what I need to do right here is start working in um, this new curve. Be like this. So what would that look like? Uh, so these would end up being like this. Hold on a minute. Okay, so unfortunately I have 2 blocks space to work with over here, but I only have 1 block of space to work with here. So this does need to be somewhat symmetrical. What can I do here? Where are my pieces at? After a while, these pieces start looking all the same. And yeah. And I should probably grab like another half dozen of these saw benches and just put them everywhere. Okay. So this would need to be like this. See, I don't know if that's enough of a drawing in. That's kind of a cool effect. It gives that little this little slice of this wall right here. I do like that. Um, let's see. Oh, you know what? Maybe I take a little bit of the inspiration from this octagon here, and let's see. Let me work this in really quick, and I'm gonna have to break some blocks here. So let's do. All right, so you, and then it's gonna be there, there, there. All right, yeah, that's already way better, and I can work that in a little bit because now and I'm gonna lose that little strip right there, but it's actually gonna link up perfect. This is gonna be really cool. Watch this. Let me put you, you, and glass that's missing. Bam. And then get you out of here. I guess I got everything I need. So what I could do is oh no, I can't because I don't have that space over here. Damn. Oh, Okay, hold on. Dang. All right. Hold on a minute. See, kids, this is why you always pick one. You either build in evens or you build in odds, and you make sure that all of your measurements are one or the other because the interface between evens and odds can be a little bit odd, for lack of a better word. uh, hmm. Generally speaking, though, I do think this is the way I'm going. So let's uh, of course. Yeah, that's probably right. Cause let's see. I have the double slope over here as well. So it does fit the space. Okay, and then maybe I can do that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? It's starting to come together a little bit. Um, yeah. All right. So yeah, let me yeah, that's a lot. Again, I have to iterate this, or not iterate, but I have to replicate this all across the other three corners that I'm working, and I want them all to look the same. So I'm going to have to copy this. Um, I'm good with world edit, but I don't know if I'm good enough to copy paste this without making a mess. I should probably just resign myself to doing this by hand like I have been doing. All right, so I can copy a little bit at a time. Let's get a bunch of. Ooh, hold on. I'm out of my very expensive building material. Might as well make that many of those. They'll get used. And let me put that over on this side. All right, so oh, that's right. I need to break one. Okay. There. There. Oh, you. And that's the same, right? Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Okay. And it does look kind of cool. Just looking up at it, I definitely like the feel that this roof has. Again, it's these little details that are going to make or break this entire build for me, you know, in my mind. I like this. Yeah, that's a resounding yes. All right, let's go. Yep. And the only again, you know, not to repeat myself too much, but the worst part about my building style is that because I'm iterating so much, I don't trust myself to install so many iterations all at once. I am going to have to cut and copy paste all of this by hand and almost um you know, one operation at a time, just to make sure that I get it right and it feels good in my brain. Okay. Yeah, yeah. This roof panel definitely looks good. I like that. Okay, now let me go back over to the other side. I'll replicate a little bit of this down here. Should be easy enough. Okay. That does look really cool, actually. It would be kind of cool if there was a building tool that was similar in idea to the Ring of Loki, but could work across symmetries, like like flipping and reversing things. I don't think that exists. I don't think that that type of building tool exists, but it's a cool idea. I like the thought of it. All right, so let's put in the glowstone. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be. Where are you? Sigh. Okay. Yeah, here we go. You know what? I don't need the relocator right now. Okay. This. And is that everything? I do believe that is everything so far. Okay. Yeah. This is coming together. Yeah, because it pulls in, and then it's gonna pull in again, and then it's gonna pull in again before it flares out to this section here. The intersection between these paths right here, like it that's going to be very, very complex geometry once I get to it. That might just have to be bespoke in in that space. Don't know what I'm doing about these little gaps here, but let me go ahead and copy this to the other side real quick. I didn't miss anything, did I? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Are these the slopes? Yeah, these are the slopes. Okay. So you go here and here. All right, and then slope, slope. Get rid of you. Oh, I need more glass. Okay. Yep. Um, the one nice thing about our PDEM base is that I'm never gonna have to worry about making any of this Z-tones tinted glass. This is what we used for our subflooring in the PDEM build. Um, I was actively ripping out some of that uh in the uh kind of the last weeks that I was doing tech. Um, because it's hard to see, kind of gets in the way, but it does. It has a decent feeling. I don't dislike it. It's just very hard to work around. And I do in this particular build. I wish it was a little bit more pronounced. Um, Unfortunately, yeah. When Hermit came in, we tried we tried this glass. It doesn't cut. It doesn't turn into slopes and stuff. So sad. Infinite sadness. I will never recover. Yeah. All right. So I think that's accurate all the way around. So now I can start working on tying these corners in. So I'll have a total of 8 of these little corners to do. And I don't think this is going to be too difficult, but I don't know what I want to do just yet. Oh yeah, and I also need to do this. All right, let me make sure I got that done on all 4 sides. Yes, and yes. Okay. So now, do I put another one like that? Okay, hold on a minute. I already see it. So if I do this and this, oh, what do you think? What do you think? I actually like that because it kind of mirrors the base a little bit. It also gives me this little, like, I don't know, claw toothy type of panel piece here. Um, and it ties everything together. All right, yeah, I think that's the play. I really do. If nothing else, that it'll allow me to just get a move on and get other things started faster. So let's just do that on all 4 of these. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I like that. And if I really wanted to, what I could do is like I could do something like oh, yeah, I don't know if I like that or not, actually. Yeah, let's rip that part out. All right, let's mimic this corner and on all the other ones, and then I'll maybe iterate a little bit more on some other ideas. I gotta say, I've been building, not nonstop, of course, but anytime I've been on in the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, perhaps, I have been doing nothing but building, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm a builder by heart. Uh, I'm not really Mr. Tech. Even though I really like Greg Tech, this pack is fantastic. I'm just not the tech guy. I would much rather build, but as you can see, my build uh, philosophy could probably drive some people nuts, and I definitely don't build big fast enough for a big group to fill in behind me. I would constantly be I would be getting my ankles stepped on almost constantly if I was the group builder. For anybody that doesn't know, Sophie G has made a really cool uh, end game PDEM build for us that we're probably going to move into once we get the God Forge. But moving over to the end game PDEM is going to take a lot of work, and we're like we three as a group are still not up to like full activity just yet. So I know HJM was on for a few days, pretty heavy. Um, I'll be on more often now that the Christmas season is winding down. I work in retail, so that was yeah, that was a thing. um, but yeah, we are definitely not up to full speed just yet. So now let me try this. This is just gonna be a little test really quick. What if we did then hold on. I want hmm hmm I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let me put the blocks back because I don't think that's the play. It would help if there was it would help if there was a vertical diagonal cut instead of just this one. And I thought there was. I went through this list so many times because I swore that there was a like a horizontal diagonal cut. But I don't think that exists. At least I didn't find it. I didn't see it, so perhaps I might be thinking about a different version, maybe like one of the modern packs that has something like this. I know like the modern packs have chipped and what's the other one? Not Deco, but shoot. It's something. But yeah, but who plays modern, right? So this is going to come up here. It's going to turn. So the opening here is also going to be is this already the wall for going up? Like, does it go like this? Yeah, I think that actually is um okay, yeah, so that is the wall, and then this is also the wall, if that makes sense. And there's going to be a little bit of rounding, but um man, these edges are going to be hard as hell to get right. Let me fill this in, and let me just make sure that this feels right. And I'll fill this in solid here in a second. Okay, so yeah, I do believe that that's the right geometry for this area. And also, having a big solid post here in the corner almost feels right from a like an architectural standpoint. So yeah, I think that is the play. I'm gonna have to use a bunch of slopes and stuff like that, but we'll figure that out here in a second. No more cobble? What? What? Yeah, that is right. Okay. Okay. So it's two this way, and then that. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's actually what I need. Oh, here comes the ad break again. For anybody that's hanging out, get up, get a drink, get a snack. I'm just gonna keep on iterating this. Let's see. Like so. Now, if I was doing secret passages, it would be kind of fun to have this little drop chute. Like if I had like a secret basement, I have a drop chute that would go down through some sort of like architectural pillar style structure like this that would go from like the top floor down to a sub basement or something like that. I have done that in other builds before. I don't think this is the one. Oh, I filled in something. There we go. And that one. That one. Okay. All right, we're done. All right. Now let me double check to make sure that I iterated these corners as well. Not iterated, but copied. Yeah, all that's done. All that's done. Okay. Cool. All right. So the opening here is roughly octagonal. I want this to also be roughly octagonal. And then I also want this to be roughly octagonal. But this one's going to be the hard one because this does need to be tall enough so that you can run up and then you can run down at full speed and you'll never be at risk of hitting your head. So this is probably going to have to be like 4 tall off of the slope just to make sure that like nobody is going to hit their head running down this thing. Um that might be the hardest geometry of all, making this look right, being so tall relative to the width and also having the rounded corners. You know, it'll kind of look like this, but it'll be the diagonally up. So I can't run the lighting the same way. I think the lighting is going to be more like a vertical strip halfway up or something like that. I do think I'm going to recycle the lighting here, or perhaps like this line right here is going to be where the lighting is in this hallway going up. Okay. And then I think here, I think on this floor, honestly, I think this colored glowstone at this level is going to be covered up by like slants. Like this isn't. Are you serious? Come on, guys. Like that's not exactly how it's going to be. Yeah, that's yeah. I just it'll be something, but I do think that this will be covered up. Okay. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. I hope Bezos didn't hurt you too hard or too bad with those ads. You know, Bezos isn't real. He can't hurt you. Don't worry about it. He is a figment of our collective imagination. He cannot hurt you. I think I'm gonna try. So let's do that, and then oh, where's my pieces? That looks about right. Like there's no way I can make these slopes connect together the way that the way that I want it to in my mind. Like the geometry just doesn't exist. But I think this will be added. This will be well, I think this will be fine. that weird? Kinda. Does this look like? Almost like it almost gives like an optical illusion effect. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I suppose it's going to depend on what you see, like, you know, from here, like what's on this wall right here, wherever it might be. Hmm. Well, that's right. Like this slope is right for this area because it would be like this, and then that would go up. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Do I keep this? I mean, at some point, I'm going to have to put something down, and something has to fit in this space. Extra. I should probably just go with this. I can always change it in the future. But yeah, I do need to put something down. It's so replicating this, I would break. Let's see, this. Where are you? Okay, and that's also yeah. That would be that. Yep. Then that. Okay. Yeah, that's uh again, it doesn't look quite right, but I think it doesn't look right because it's still like a wide open space. I do think that once I start putting the wall up over here, it'll look a little bit closer to what I want it, like the vision that I've got in my mind. So I'm gonna go with it. Let's get more of these. And what else do I need? I guess that's it. Probably use a few more of these. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me look at this. Nope. Oh, wrong tab. Wrong tab. All right. All right. All right, spooky noises. You can't hurt me. I have infinity armor on. Okay. Yeah, so you can see that the wall of this tunnel is at most going to be on this block here, and then the outer wall of the structure is going to be here. So I'm going to have a gap here of a few blocks that I can do something fun, maybe like a secret passage or something. I don't know exactly what, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I do think that's probably the play. Yep. All right. Let me just verify that I did do all four the same. All right. All right. So they'll come up the steps and then they have to go up this way. Might as well put a wall in here because it will exist. And I'm not worried about not worried about like wasting the detailed cobblestone. So let's just go ahead and do like this. Yeah, a lot of that'll be hidden once I build out the rest of this little hallway, but it's fine. Actually, hold on a minute. Do I? No, because I'm gonna use some of this space for some sneaky decoration. So maybe I don't want to. I don't want to overbuild. Okay, so if I did the ceiling this high, am I ever gonna bump my head going down this? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's just go ahead and build it in. And then again, I'll have to copy this to the other three sides. But I do think that's correct. And then maybe I can do a little bit of detailing similar to what I've got over here in this little corner. Up here in these little corners, wherever they may be, going up the steps. All right. Yeah. Let's definitely copy that around. Do I have enough pieces? Yeah, I do. Okay. Come on. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall. Okay. Okay. Coming together. I'm really liking this build. It's going to take forever to get finished, but I am really liking this build. Another build that I was talking about briefly in the Minions Discord today was is actually the build that's on my Twitch landing page. That was built out of dark prismarine, oxidized copper, and abyssal. Um, that was a lot of fun. I would like to build out of that palette again. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, yep. Okay. I don't know why I keep thinking that doesn't look right. Maybe it's just because I haven't built out the rest of it, but I am running with this. Okay, go. All right. So that's all four sides, right? Yep, yep, yep. Let's give a quick like flyby view for anybody just joining. Very nice, very nice. If you could see these angled sets of cobble on the ground, that's going to be the relative edge of the outer wall, not including the casement and like detail and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that. That's gonna work. Um, Actually, because I'm building secret passages, let me do this. Let me break out some unnecessary blocks. That might end up being hollows. We'll see. And if they're not hollows, they can be regular cobblestone instead of the detailed. Okay. So go up to here. And then this is going to have to be I guess the wall is actually right here, right? Yeah, that would be where the wall is. And I think that's fine to take it all the way to there. And then I can also come up. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I really need to turn that feature off for the backpacks. I don't like the shift scroll um tool switching thing that the backpack does. But I'm going to have to use that backpack the entire time I'm out here in the deep dark. So I'm either gonna have to get used to it or I'm gonna have to figure out how to disable it. Unfortunately. Okay. Okay. So naturally that's gonna mean this space is cobble. We'll go like that. Yeah, that's good for a fill-in for the moment. Okay. Get some cobble. Oh no, I don't want this one. Okay. So let's see. I'm off today and tomorrow. I'm most likely going to stream tomorrow again. We'll see. In addition to that, there is a small chance that I'm going to do a test stream tonight. Um, I think I have everything configured properly so that I can play music on my Twitch stream, but it won't save to the VOD, and I can just send the VODs straight to YouTube without the music, so that they I don't get pinged for uh the the music strikes or whatever, the dumb stuff. um I think I have that configured properly, but I don't know. So there's a chance tonight I might run a second stream with some music and see what happens to the VOD. But we'll see. So I guess it's going to be the same thing on this side too. So it's going to be like this. And then up here. Yeah, that's about right. Three more. And yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, these geometries are going to be a little bit difficult to figure out, and yeah, I'm gonna have to place the things that I know for a fact are okay, and then just build around those until it feels right. Yeah. All I'm really doing right now is the building equivalent of reducing the number of variables. This does help my. This does definitely help me hone in on the real shape of the structure. All right. Okay. Yep, that looks good. So let's go back over here because this is the side that has the outer wall sketched. Um, there's no fundamental problems here just yet. But what do I do with all of this space out here if it isn't some sort of secret passage? Which I do think it should be a secret passage. I just don't know. I guess each one would be different. Um, yeah, for anybody that missed the beginning, I'm using I'm going to use these windows as kind of like a window into a different biome. And the 4 different biomes for the 4 different windows are going to be the Nether, the End, Twilight Forest, and the Moon. So, like there'll be like a main room for each one of the structures or each one of the biomes right here in this space, and then each one will kind of like go around and maybe perhaps use up some of this free space that's going to be in between the wall and the inner ramp here. I do think that it would look. I think it'll be really cool having hidden areas or secret passages or something like that. Um, this build isn't going to be rife with secret passages, but I have done builds like that in the past. We might build something like that in the future. I don't know if that'll be on minions or not, but I'm sure I'll build something fun like that in the future. And again, I don't want to fill in too much of extra blocks here because I want to maximize the amount of space that I have to play with like other biome blocks. Like I think if I really wanted to, I could even break out like this and this. In fact, let me do that really quick. I could do that on all 4 sides, actually. Yep, okay. I'm planning on I want to binge some show. I've been thinking about watching Arcane. I am like a League of Legends hater, but I've heard nothing but good things about Arcane, and supposedly like you can enjoy the show without enjoying the game, and vice versa. So I've been thinking about watching Arcane. I've been thinking about watching Dispatch, which is a cartoon with adult themes without it being like a specifically an adult cartoon with the other type with the other connotations. I do think that there is probably some nudity in there or whatever, but it's not prawn. It's not like that. But yeah, it's definitely an adult cartoon. So I've been thinking about watching binging that. Another one, I've already binged Frieren 3 times, I think. I love that show. It's so good. That's actually season 2 is gonna start in the middle of January. And so there's a chance I might just watch Frieren again, in anticipation of some new episodes. So there's some other things that I want to watch, some like non-cartoon things, of course, that I want to watch, but those those are the top of my list for the time being. I wouldn't mind rewatching Gravity Falls. That was always a fun show. Um, uh, as far as like regular TV shows, I've been wanting to binge Better Call Saul, because I did watch Breaking Bad, but I watched Breaking Bad in like bits and pieces, so I didn't really get the uh you know it, I might I might want to watch Breaking Bad from start to finish, but since Better Call Saul is a prequel, it might be kind of fun to binge Saul then Breaking Bad. So I don't know. I might do that. Let's see. Another show that I liked a while back was Firefly. I might want to do a Firefly run and then watch Serenity at the end. Uh, when I was growing up, I always loved watching Red Dwarf on PBS. Um, I don't know how well that show holds up, but it was fantastic when I was watching it. So uh, I might, I might, I might binge a bit of that. Yep, yep, I like that. There is some other shows that I want to watch. Or there's some movies that I want to watch. I've got lists here and there of things. I should probably double check some of those uh lists that I've got hanging around before I binge whatever I binge tonight. All right. Yeah, those corners really needed that feature. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I really like the way this is coming along. I really like the way this is coming along. Hell yeah. So, the player, like, the player is starting down here. They'll be able to go up the ramp, up the ramp, up the ramp. They could fall back down to the first floor, ramp up to the second floor, or they can go around the corner and then there will be a set of ramps that go from the second floor up to the third floor here. Up, up, up again to wherever the third floor is going to start. And then the third floor is going to have some sort of elevators or whatever way to get back up to um, the deep dark portal block up here. Which I should probably. So if this is, you can see this is Y150. So elevators can go a maximum of 120 blocks with 20 blocks in between, and each elevator can have a maximum of 4 solid blocks in between consecutive elevators. So I should probably plan around that. So this is 150. So this is 130 would be about here. And 110 is about here. So I think 110, give or take, is probably the floor of the third floor. And then there'll be 2 elevators to get up. I think that'll be all right. I'll use. I kind of want to use a bubble column, but that is a at Futurum feature, and I thought we were updating to 2.8, but unfortunately, we all got busy here on the Minion server, and that includes Random Potato, which again, this is Random Potato's community run. He is the admin of the server, and he's getting ready to start a streamathon the day after tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, if you know, everybody stay tuned for that. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna have time to do any uh like to do like serious server admin work here during the streamathon unless he literally makes it part of the streamathon. Like I know that he was talking about at some point in time maybe making some of the GTBP work that he's doing part of the streamathon, which if you haven't heard of that, that's called Greg Tech Blueprints. That is a site that Potato and others have been working on as um, to make a repo for concise guides for Greg Tech. Um, the project is fantastic, and I've also signed on to help do some work on that. I've been so busy with work, I haven't had a chance to contribute anything yet. But hopefully that will change sometime soon. I just don't know exactly when. So lots of cool things in the future. Lots of cool things. Um. So yeah. Most likely, I will also stream tomorrow. Uh, and then also tonight, overnight, I might try a test stream if I want to test my audio settings for a potential um playing music during my streams. So this might be where I put the rounded corners. We'll see. um and I am happy. I'm relatively happy with the geometry of all this. So let's think about what would this look like. Um, oh yeah, I do need to break out that that. Kind of mimic what I'm doing down here. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. This is gonna require like a a magnitude more work than this simple cut in here, because I'm gonna have to make this work for the all around. So let me copy this through one step at a time so that I don't so that my brain doesn't get lost. Bam, and oh yeah, and bam, bam. Let's see. Um, I have been thinking about doing some upgrades to the stream itself. I was wondering if it's going to be Streamlabs or if it was going to be like some other similar type of thing. Um, Somebody recommended streamer.bot, and that looks good to me. So I downloaded it. I haven't done anything with it yet, but there is a chance that I'm going to look into doing some fun um some fun new things for my stream in general. So that is not one of them. Get out of here. Um if anybody has any ideas or comments about that, feel free to drop them in the chat or hit me up. You know, slide into my DMs and let me know. um or you could post it on my Discord. Discord link is in the channel description, I believe. But yeah, I have been thinking about doing some upgraded things for the stream in general. I always liked the streams that have like word games in chat, and I liked I know many people have done this, but I know Adidia is the one that I'm going to point out right now. He had a fishing bot that you could fish during his streams, and I always thought that was fun. Just a little something to goof around with. So I want to do something along those lines. I just don't know what yet. Did I do this side? I did. Okay, let's fill in. Really? Let's fill in like that. Um, and then yeah, most likely I'm gonna start playing music during my streams if I can get that all set up properly. I've got two playlists. I've got like like a full playlist. I mostly listen to rock music, mostly on the hard rock or light metal kind of spectrum of things. But there's a little bit of in there for everybody. And I also have another playlist of 90s stuff, and it's not going to be like it's it's going to be like weird 90s stuff that I liked back in the day. It's not going to be like Third Eye Blind and like Marcy Playground and stuff like that. It's going to be probably 90% of people watching my stream have not heard any of the songs. So that could be fun. So that the 90s playlist would be the one that I'll test tonight if I end up doing that test. So, let's see what else. Man, this inner corner right here, boy, this is gonna be really hard to figure out what the geometry is of this. I might just have to go with something once I get there. That's gonna be really tough to circle that corner there. And I do also need to work in the lighting. So like this, I'm gonna have to pull up, and I might just go ahead and do that really quickly, like so. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. That would be the glass. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Oh, I already had some. Oop. So then it would be like that. Yeah, might as well put that in then. Yep. All right, that's definitely legit. I might do a little bit of a little bit of a change up on that. But I think that's okay. So that'll be enough lighting so that anybody coming through, like even if they don't have infinity armor, it's never going to be dark enough to take damage. I'll put a little bit of lighting over here in this corner. And then also there's going to be some lighting in this in that intersection. Yep. Okay. So let me copy this over. So yeah. If anybody does have any comments, suggestions, questions, anything like that, like I've been mentioning, I do have a Discord channel. You can hit me in the DMs. I do hang out in a lot of streams when I have free time. So you can always, DM me on Twitch, hit me up when you see me. Yeah. I do want to stream more often, and that is one of the goals that I've got in mind for the year coming up. I do want to. I think my 2025 wrap said that I streamed 92 times, 94 times. I would like that to be more like 150. But one step at a time. I do need to. I still need to sort out some IRL things. I'm still planning on getting a new job. I still gotta get my car legal. I have not done that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow if possible. All of the places that I needed to go were closed today for New Year's. Um, so yeah. With that being said, um, hopefully I will have more free time to do more fun things in the immediate future. I'm just at this moment I'm not committing to anything new until I know uh exactly when and how much new free time I will actually have. Because if I only get a little bit of extra free time, that's just going to be an extra stream a week. But I do think that I'm going to be able to not only stream twice a week every week, um, but also play other games and perhaps play other games with other groups. I don't know if John is lurking, but John is one of the people that I would like to go play another game with. Um, in fact, I need. He already told me what game he's playing now. I'm gonna go and probably just gonna go and buy that while the Steam sale is going on. Just to have it ready, just in case I do have the time to do it, because the Steam sale goes until January 5th, and I probably won't know about my new expanded free time until like the 15th or the 20th. So yeah, we will see. But yeah, I do like the progress that I'm making here. This does feel pretty good. It's nice to get some of these little edges and corners built in, because I was kind of fretting on how I was going to be able to tie all of this together. And I think I should fret less. I do think that there's plenty of blocks and plenty of things that I could do to kind of like make all of these corners and edges and geometries work the way that I want them to. Yeah, it's definitely there. Okay. Yeah, yeah, this is definitely coming together. I really like the way this is going. I just I might be cooked right now. Let's see who is live. Azuna. I haven't rated Azuna in a long time that I can remember. So I think tonight it is going to be Azuna. Yeah, let's hit him up. Azuna VT. Yeah, thanks, Agellian. And again, congratulations, my guy. Getting Gate in a single player run is a fantastic accomplishment. So that is really impressive. In fact, I'm gonna have to go and look to see if you've posted any pictures somewhere, because that's really impressive. Um, and then yeah, um, for everybody else, thank you very much for hanging out and and watch me throw blocks on the ground. It will happen again. Yeah, we'll get our gate, but it's our gate is going to be a while down the road. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys